Hello and thanks for staying with us. Nigerian Customs Service continue to collaborate with agencies to further enhance the system and revenue generation in the country. Also on customs support, Operation Worldwide sees more liters of PMS from smugglers operating in the western part of the country. Plus, more report. I am Igeseme Etinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has continued to preach for a total working relationship with other government-approved agencies in the country. The Customs Board says the service will also work according to the laid down rules as approved by government. He commended government agencies for a good working relationship in the country.
We recall that under the guidance of the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Olawale Edu, Customs embarked on an initiative to align its responsibilities with Mr. President's Policy Advisory Document, PAD. In this regard, a total of 9 priority areas were highlighted to deliver immediate benefits within the administration's first 12 months. These areas were aligned under 4 core statutory responsibility of NCS, which were trade facilitation, revenue connection, protection of the society, and collaboration of the with our stakeholders. So the priorities as established by the President include the first ones under trade facilitation, transforming Nigeria into Africa's most efficient trading nation. 2, decongesting areas within 4 kilometers around the ports for cargo and railway use. 3, enforcing the Presidential Directive on 48-hour clearance of goods at seaports in line with Executive Order 001. Number 4, redefining performance measures of key government agencies to emphasize trade facilitation. 5, implementation of national single window. And 6, establishing dedicated seaports and airport export terminals with enhanced capacity and upgraded access roads. And secondly, under the revenue collection mandate of Nigeria Customs Service, the document declared a state of emergency in revenue generation and also undertake to review and restructure existing incentives, waivers, and tariffs to plug economic leakages and boost key sectors of the economy. And in the third area, that is the mandate of protection, the document also declared a state of emergency in national security. And the last one promised to promote strategic communication and engagement with all stakeholders, which we also prioritize. So these sets of priorities were further endorsed by the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy during the inaugural briefing with the Nigeria Customs Management Team and the Nigeria Customs Service Board. And following the finalization of the Presidential Priority Areas, PPA, in subsequent weeks, the service promptly realigned its operations to support at least 6 out of the 8 areas that fall within our traditional responsibilities. These areas include reforming the economy to foster sustained inclusive growth, strengthening national security to promote peace and prosperity, enforcing cross-border prohibition to achieve food security, prioritizing education, health, and social investment as pillars of national development, accelerating diversification through industrialization, digitalization, creative arts, manufacturing, and innovation, and finally, improving governance for effective service delivery. These priority areas have been incorporated with the identified priority areas of the PAD in developing strategies to pursue the Nigeria Customs Service statutory mandate under the overarching policy thrust of building upon previous successes, collaborating with strategic stakeholders, and deploying innovative solutions. This methodological approach was designed to achieve three basic objectives. The first is that we wanted to align NCS activities with the policy directives of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration as one of the critical and strategic agencies contributing to the realization of government's plan for Nigeria. B, we want to ensure that customs contributes effectively to the implementation of fiscal policy objectives under the supervision of the Ministry of Finance. And three, these objectives, we want to ensure that these objectives are achieved along with the set targets by the government based on customs statutory responsibilities.
According to him, customs is ever ready to implement good policies in the country.
The new legislation strengthens the modernization of Nigeria Customs Service, operations, compliance, and enforcement with features that promote innovation within the service. This included extensive sensitization efforts for all stakeholders involved in the customs processes, ensuring that they were informed about the new law and had a clear understanding of the implications of the features introduced in the new Act in 2023. The new Act also forms the basis of several trade facilitation measures currently being undertaken by Nigeria Customs Service. These measures include A, the recent transition from the Fast Track 2.0 to the Authorized Economic Operator AEO concept. Participants in the AEO program stand to benefit from expedited customs clearance processes, reduced inspections, priority treatment, and enhanced predictability in customs clearance. This transition has advanced beyond the critical stage of stakeholder engagement, with 7 beneficiaries, including importers, exporters, logistics companies, customs brokers, and SMEs, now set to be involved in the pilot stage which we have rolled out. B, the advanced ruling system represents a notable stride in aligning NCS operations with global best practices. In line with the World Customs Organization WCO, and the World Trade Organization Trade Facilitation Agreement. This initiative is now at an advanced stage of implementation. C, in February 2024, Nigeria Customs Service launched an extensive time-release study, TRS, with the support of the Honorable Minister of Finance and the buy-in of the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, as well as the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. The objective of this endeavor is to identify bottlenecks in the clearance processes to ensure that adequate measures are taken to resolve these issues.
Felt that we needed this partnership with an agency like yours to help us inculcate more of transparency into our system. And we believe that we could achieve this in a number of ways in terms of specific areas. Number one, we believe that we could do better if we get assistance from you in investigation of cases that are related to corrupt practices, compromise, and all of that. I'm happy that you have already raised the issue of providing a framework, a legal framework that would guide this kind of collaboration. This is why I felt that we need to put ICPC amongst those critical agencies of government that we are collaborating with.
We are all Nigerians and we need to protect our country, and also we can work and show them what we can do in order for government to get revenue, for them to bring local goods so that they will have free, easy things without harassment, without, an area whereby it's prone to corruption and all these things, which if you come together, we can work collaboratively to ensure that we ease things, because ease of doing business is very important for us. Otherwise, investors will not come. And so that's why I feel there is need for us to reduce this thing into writing. That's where the issue of the understanding comes in, whereby we sit down, look at what we're supposed to do, put it in writing, then the action plan to see how we are going to do this thing, so that how all of us can now help the country in the fight against corruption. Because we know that this issue of corruption is something that has been a problem to us in this country.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The National Coordinator of Nigerian Customs Service Task Force on Petroleum Products says that the task force has approved and also impounded over 406,000 liters of PMS from smugglers operating in the western part of the country. The imported PMS is put at 380 million naira.
It is no longer news to Nigerians of the humongous revenue that is daily lost to oil theft. That accounts for the reduction of nation's daily oil production from 2.1 million barrels to 1.1 million barrels. As part of President Tinubu's led administration to curb this menacing trend, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, FNIPR, DSM, PSC Daga, in conjunction with the Office of the National Security Advisor, set up this operation Wild Special Operations. For the effective coverage of the nation, the team was divided into 4 zones and posted 4 NCS to. The team was divided into 4 zones, A, B, C, and D. Since the inauguration of the team in May 2024, over 466,000 liters of premium motor spirit has been seized, valued at over 380 million naira across the nation. In keeping with the zero tolerance of illegal exportation of petroleum products to neighboring countries, the officers have remained determined, resolute in pursuit of this mandate. The statistics provided above is a testament to this wondrous determination. Last 2 weeks, precisely on Friday, 12 July 2024, we were all gathered here where we showcased the seizure of 18,135 liters of PMS, valued at 13.2 million naira. 4 days later, we were in Calabar where we did another press briefing where a seizure of 26,625 liters of PMS, valued at over 20 million, within the same period. I did a press conference in Adamawa over the seizure of about 41,425 liters of PMS with a duty paid value of over 48 million. The aggressive operation of this team is the reason we are again gathered here today over the seizure of 138 drums of PMS at 230 liters each, equivalent to 31,740 liters valued at 25 million. This seizure was effected at Imeko Afon area in Ogun State on Tuesday, 24th July 2024 at about 0140 hours by the Operation Y-Wing team, Zone A axis. I wish to use this opportunity to thank the CGC and its management for his unflinching support in conjunction with the Office of the National Security Advisor. I also wish to extend my appreciation to the doggedness of my officers of Operation Wild Wind, for their resilience and optimum performance.
He said that the seized products were arrested along the nation's borderline in the western parts of the country.
As I speak, 2 of my men had already been marked down for assassination. Why? Because it is believed that this is something they have been used to for quite some time. And just for us to come overnight to now say stop it, they forgot to understand the essence of this, that is for the usage of all Nigerians, not for one person to take it outside Nigeria to make money out of it. We have in the northwest too, Sokoto, Kebbi, some of my officers too. As in fact, in short, yesterday, I received a message around 1 that an officer was killed at Koko Town in Kebbi. And there is nothing to add to this other than attempt by officers to stop them from doing all these illicit businesses.
Is he a member of the Well-Wing?
No, but he's a custom officer. So in as much whatever happens to the eyes happens to the nose, is the same. Because we are complementing them. The officers at the various commands, they've been there doing this same thing. But because of the reason why government actually wanted to put it at the doorstep of a particular unit so that they will collaborate together to ensure that this thing is stopped. That is why Operation Wild Wind was set up.
The Nigerian Customs Service has given assurance to port operators and port users operating in Apapa that activities of importers and exporters will not be interrupted. The assurance was given by the controller in Apapa Customs Command that in spite of apprehension about an impending nationwide protest.
To re-emphasize on what we have said earlier and to calm all frayed nerves and calm all apprehensions as regards the protest. For us at the Nigerian Customs Service, the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, DSM, PSA Daga, had assured us that for customs we should be on ground from 8 a.m. till closing time and possibly work weekends to facilitate trade. So for us, we are very much ready to serve our trading public. Thank you.
You are comfortable with the meeting?
Very, very comfortable.
He told stakeholders that the system will protect exporters, license agents, and haulage operators and other port operators in the country.
A platform to reassure the stakeholders and the port users that there will be a conducive environment for trade and for conducive environment for businesses in the port.
We are not only protecting the freight forwarders, we are securing port facilities. We are protecting ourselves from attack. And I'm telling you, I'm on ground, policemen are on ground. In this place, sanity will reign. And to the protesters, we are going to protect them to the extent that they don't go beyond what the Constitution says.
According to him, officers attached to the command at the port and terminals will be available to speak with stakeholders when they come for the clearance of their goods. The federal operation in this Zone A has warned smugglers and also importers of ready-use cars to stop smuggling these items into the country. The FOU controller said that anyone caught will be made to face the law.
It was intercepted at Ojaodon, the Dogo-Elaro axis in Ogun State. You know, it's a border axis. Why this one was intercepted by Ondo Ekiti patrol team is 2016 model of 350. You can see the DPV value, 40 million. This particular one was caught by Ijebu, the patrol team. You know that axis is axis that go to the east or to the north if you want to take Auchi side. So that's why we always, once they enter the country, they just veer to that place from interchange. towards the east. And this is Highlander 2020 model. This is 2017 model of Mercedes-Benz 300 GL by Ijebu-Ode Axis Patrol Team as well. This particular vehicle is 2010. It was intercepted by our information patrol team. It's 2010. And this is under each line. This is Sienna, 2005. It was as it entered through that border area, Idogo Ilaro axis. That's where it was intercepted. This Mercedes AMG 2014 was intercepted at Agbara, Seme Road, the 2017 Mercedes. You can see Lagos Badagry Expressway.
He has more on why Nigerians dealers should make sure that all their consignment they bring into the country pass through the approved routes, not through the unapproved routes, or else anyone caught will be made to face the law.
2015 was intercepted by Ondo Ekiti Patrol Team along the express. It's 2015. This particular one was intercepted by the same Ondo Patrol Team. Why we are recording this is that's the only escape route, either to the north or to the east. You understand? We made it entered through Papa to interchange. They just veer to the express and be going. But we always get them. If we miss them, we are not going to miss them at Ijebu-Ode or Atore.
All these vehicles are showing us right now. Do you have drivers? Did they arrest the drivers?
Some will get driver. Some, once they see customs, because you know you are carrying Tokumbo without papers, you smuggle it. They will just bolt out. They will do as if they want to pee or something, they will run away. As they just use it to deceive anybody. You know, once you put a number, you place it on it. When and they will wash it very neat. So it's just to deceive. Everybody knows that that's what they do. They will put a plate number so that you won't stop them. It's only on few occasions we will see a dealer's number. Or nobody will smuggle a vehicle and we put foreign number from Cotonou on it. It will easily expose you for any security agent to apprehend you. I don't know whether it has happened to you before, but it has happened to me. I parked my vehicle. When I came, I didn't see my plate number. One of them. They always take one. So I had to go to police station, report, and they give me one report. Because they can go and use it for this type of thing. To be recalled that the Miami Customs, headed by my CG Contract General, Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, PS Daga, he magnanimously implemented federal government policy under this present administration that if you have any vehicle that doesn't have papers, please feel free and go to customs office nearest to you. Show them your vehicle, then you pay. Nobody will arrest you, nobody will do anything. That 90 days grace expires last Friday. So that's an example of what the government is doing and the customs is doing magnanimously. We have recorded a lot of people, but this unscrupulous element, they will never listen to that kind of thing. It's their job to be smuggling. If you have a brother in abroad, I want to buy a car, and you see somebody selling a car, say, please, my brother wants this car. How they will deliver the car, because it's not your line. But they will go to Cotonou, buy it, and smuggle it through the bush. It's when it is apprehended, you'll be looking for the man, and you won't see him. Sometimes you now come to us, sir, this car, I sent somebody, I don't know that In fact, may you know that we have apprehended it, you will not show up. You just take it as your own loss. But the government, in fact, the government is doing a lot. And there are a lot of laws that take care of all these things. We are just implementing the laws. It's not our making. It's the law of the country. So, and despite that, they still give opportunity that, okay, say no more, bring your vehicle, come and pay. And a lot of people have done that. Suspects were apprehended in connection with various offenses, including violating export and export guidelines, concealment, wrong classification, smuggling, and contravening policy directive. The cumulative duty paid value of the intercepted goods amount to 3,636,594,600 naira. I repeat, 3,636,594,600 naira. Furthermore, the unit, that is our unit, the unit recovered the sum of 62,017,875 naira. I repeat, 62,017,875 naira 82 kobo in revenue for the month of June alone. These are the money that will have lost to the Federation account, if not. And these were in revenue for the month of June 2024 through the meticulous documentary checks and the issuance of demand notices, popularly known as DN, on consignments that were found to have paid lesser amount than the appropriate duties. I implore all patriotic citizens to provide useful and timely information that will lead to the arrest of illegal importation of military wares, illicit drugs, and counterfeiting goods. Importers and license agents are also urged to make sincere declaration, adhere to existing import and export guidelines, and avoid the risk of losing their goods.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program Custom Support, we brought you a report where the management of Nigerian Customs Service has continued to appeal to dealers all over the country to make sure that all their consignments they bring into the country pass through the approved route. For me, Igisemedine, thanks for watching.